There we go. The recording has started. To those who are watching the archive, hello. Hope you're doing well as today too. So anyway, now, man, we got a lot with Zone 7 today, and so okay, to explain why what's happened of why there wasn't one yesterday, I went camping, but not really because a car broke down, so I never went camping. So yeah, and since three challengings got announced today, and I will talk about the other two later on, one of them is made by Ty, that being white space. So tonight, uh, I will let Ty up right now, and yeah, let me just. Oh gosh. By the way, Ty, if there's anyone you want on stage, feel free to request anyone you want, and yeah.
I would bring someone up right now, but I know they'd be really mad at me if I did that.
Well, understandable. Hello, Super Duper Husky. Ty, can you say happy birthday?
Missy, I'm not wishing a happy
So, how are you today,
birthday.
Ty?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing really well. Thank you so much for asking. Also, hello. I'm super talkative. I'll carry the podcast.
That's true.
So, Ty, I gotta ask, how are you feeling right now?
I'm nervous, but I'm also very excited because,
Understandable.
yeah.
Also, I will say this now. I know originally last time I was gonna say, like, I said in like in the podcast, like, oh, I'm not gonna be winging it. I'm winging it today because the car broke down yesterday and I didn't get time to think about it.
Man, that sucks.
Yeah, it is what it is. We had pancakes though today. I haven't played ToSV yet, but Whitespace was pretty fun. Oh gosh, it must be crazy that you got your second and third tower in the same area.
Yeah, I was like shocked when TOSV got picked because obviously there's a lot of like people who loved Cosmic Tides, and then there's people who also liked mine. So I was like really stressed about that. I was
Oh, I
also like a
understand.
little bit stressed about Taos, but I had a good feeling about it because I knew a lot of people liked it. So
Totally understandable. Oh gosh, I'm definitely really happy though that Sweet Victory got in. It's like the whole thing with Cosmic Tide and Sweet Victory. Both of them were good, and you know, when Matter got in at the end of the day, it is what it is. And I heard, oh gosh, they lost by one vote, Cosmic Tides, but that was a crazy poll from what I've
yeah, it
heard.
was such a close poll. So I don't think like I don't I don't really know. I think like you guys like should like still like have like hope for later areas since like obviously it only lost by one vote, which is really close, and it might still have a good chance for other areas.
And we'll try to update it. But
I just didn't
yeah,
care for the polls and just voted no on everything.
thank you, Atoll. That means a lot. But yeah, so anyway. So tonight we'll be talking about in this podcast both Sweet Victory and White Space, and there will be different questions about it. But yeah, and by the way, Ty, if you want, if there's anything during the podcast you want to happen or anyone you want to bring up, feel free to let me know. And yeah,
All right, I might bring someone up out of the jokes for later though, because they're spamming my DMs right now.
that is totally fine by me. What if Zone A didn't have a hard slot? Would it really be a break zone then? um, I didn't vote on the polls. Understandable, John. So anyway, let's begin with Sweet Victory. So I think the first thing I gotta ask is so what is exactly Sweet Victory?
Well, it was a tower I started because of like I saw this out of this one game I played, I found an area in it that I like really like I liked the look of it. So the original tower was all gonna be like the first half theme. It was all gonna be that yellow like waffle cone castle kind of type thing, but I ended up switching it like halfway through because I feel like if it's the same theme all the way throughout, it'll get kind of boring to look at and like play through. So I ended up taking some inspiration from what I know best, which is GD levels for the second half. And that's how that existed.
That's super cool, honestly. But yeah, I heard this tower was made in 2 weeks.
It was made pretty fast. I came up with a theme for it like a while before, and then I built floor one, and then I didn't touch it for like a week, and then I kind of just zoomed it, I guess. Kind of what I do with a lot of my towers. I usually build my towers in a very short time span, like maybe like at most like 3 weeks. I think the longest that ever took me to make a tower was UHK, which took a few months.
Oh, I want to cause it. My brain was just like, it just took a second. It lagged. But oh wow, that's honestly just really crazy. Oh yeah, someone in the chat said, I heard a part of TOSV was inspired by Cookie Run.
Yeah, that's such a silly game name. Um, yeah, it was. It yeah, it's the first half. The second half is inspired by Dreamflower, which is a geometry dash level.
Understandable. Also, Aubrey, being a Cookie Run fan herself, said that that's awful. I hope the creator gets better soon.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Also, she asked, can she be on stage for 5 seconds?
I don't mind.
Okay.
I'll start the official countdown.
The official countdown. Aubrey, you have 5 literal seconds.
If I go outside with all these powers,
Okay.
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 There were 2.7 seconds left.
Give me the 2.7 seconds back, please.
If you go outside, what will happen, my friend? Roland, that's one of life's greatest mysteries. But
But
yeah,
I before I forget, I don't know how I forgot the name of this already, but it's the tower that was like about fruits and vegetables.
wait, what?
And the the tower, it was like, hold on, I need to find a name of this so people know what I'm talking
Fruits and
about.
vegetables?
Fruits and vegetables.
Let me find this tower. Hold on. Yeah, TOSCP. That was it.
Savory citrus platforming.
Okay, so I hate that tower because floor 3 is misleading. It says it's going to turn you into a lemon, but it doesn't. It just puts you inside of a lemon. So the tower sucks.
False
I
advertisement.
I, I hope it never gets in the game because of that.
Thank you, Atolch. Thank you. Clickbait. So true, Ren. Zoo the creators. But yeah.
Not TOSPC, it's SCP.
I do want to ask actually, Ty, and this, of course, I want to say this. I definitely will have a lot more questions when it comes to White Space than Sweet Victory. But I guess I should ask, from in between White Space to Sweet Victory, what was that kind of time period like? Like
I okay,
recording.
so as you know, I made White Space, and then after that, I made a Remorseless Tower called Petrichor Resentment, and then I made Sweet Victory. So the time period between it was I don't really know. It kind of wasn't like anything for I don't really remember much from it. There was nothing notable that happened rather other than I just made a Remorseless Tower in 9 days. I speed ran a tower, and that happened. And then I got motivation to make another tower, so that was kind of crazy.
That's pretty awesome. Fluffy asked, was Sweet Victory based off of anything?
Yeah, earlier I said it was based off of a game called Cookie Run. There is a chapter in that game which I thought had really cool visuals. So that's the first half, and then the second half is based off of a Geometry Dash level called Dreamflower.
Well, I guess I should ask you then. I'll start with the easy one first. What is Dreamflower like in GD? Like, what do you like about that level?
I'll repost the video of it if you ever want to take a look at it, but I just love like the themes and the concepts throughout the level and how it changes so often and the like trans it's just all about the visuals. I love the thought that was put behind it and how like they executed the level and how like just like beautiful it is to watch.
Understandable. Also, jumping. I was about to tell you to make a tower about white space, and then I literally remembered
I'll make white space too, guys.
white
No, I'm
space.
not. I'm not making white space too.
You'll make black space.
Black space, Tower of Black Space.
Tower of black space.
I
It
think
was.
Fred would like that one.
It
Just
is.
not like white space.
It is intense difficulty. But yeah. I guess another thing is, I guess because it is one of the main inspirations. What do you? What's your background with Cookie Run?
I don't. So a while ago, me and my friend, I think I saw one of my friends playing it, and it was also just trending at the time. And so, um, me and my friends at school started playing it together, and it was just fun to go to like it was just fun. I don't. The game's just fun, and it's kind of addicting. It's a mobile game, so obviously I'll just play it whenever I have free time. And it's just kind of like I. It was also like a lot of the art style of it is very appealing, which also is kind of a cool aspect of it. I'm all about visuals if you couldn't tell.
Ah, totally understandable. And I guess I should ask this now because I feel like this will be a general overall question. Why do you love visuals so much?
Um, I think visuals can give a lot of expression and it really can convey a lot of emotions about how you feel about the time or like how you like feel about something. I really think it's like it goes down to the core of how like you want to express yourself or like really just show like what you can do. I know Jtoh community compare like really only cares about gameplay because it's what they're playing, but I also think that visuals are kind of important because it really can make a tower unique in a way, and that's kind of why I get sort of mad when people compare my towers to other things because I put a lot of thought into like how I make something and how it comes out as a whole.
I can totally understand that. I feel like there's a lot of like different sides to tower development, and I feel like there's a lot of different sides to many things. And I do feel with design, it's such a broad term. I feel like there's a lot of little design aspects a lot of people don't look at, mainly with like atmosphere and like music. Like those are important to design.
Yeah, atmosphere is a big one for me. I think atmosphere can completely change a tower. Um, Obviously going across like along with things like gameplay and stuff like that, because obviously that's what you're playing. But I think if you enter like like imagine going into Bent Trauma and hearing like non-copyright strike music like Tobu Candyland or something like sure it doesn't change the gameplay or anything, but it's obviously gonna make it like a lot more unenjoyable because you're just kind of getting distracted by this like, goofy music.
Actually, you know what, Isaac? Whether or not you intended to or not, you just gave me an idea to make a tower only using audio uploaded by Roblox.
Please
Uh,
don't. Oh well,
I want to
there's
say that
good
Dance Dance
songs.
Destruction. It has. I'm not
uh
even kidding. It literally. I played Dance Dance
Yeah,
Destruction today.
Tia.
It has all Roblox uploaded
Yeah,
audios.
I know Tia. I know TODDD did it, but like I'm talking about like that. What's that country song that they uploaded? I have to find it.
Al-
This gonna be floor one's
Also, I know you
song.
respond to this. What's your favorite cookie run area?
area it's okay, well the newest update release was something called the Creme Republic. That's probably got to be my favorite area if
Understandable.
anyone knows what that is.
Oh gosh, I imagine there's like a lot of lore to Cookie Run.
It's kind of like a silly little mobile game, so it's kind of embarrassing to talk about, but
Nah, dude.
yeah.
Here's my thought process behind it all. If you enjoy something, you enjoy something. If it makes you happy at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
I'm sorry, Roland. I do not play Library of Ruina or anything, but I'm gonna guess the
Okay,
answer here is Roland.
Roland, can you please tell me if you're an alt account of Jukeris or 37 is my
Oh,
name, okay?
oh, someone asked this. What's the audio of TOSV about?
Okay, so the whole genre of the audio is artcore, and I had recently stumbled upon artcore as I was making Sweet Victory, and I just think it's probably gotta be my favorite genre of like EDM is artcore because it's like it's really good. I don't it's just such a good genre to listen to. I think it's like I don't know. It's just I like it.
Never heard of Ardcore actually. Oh gosh, I haven't checked out the tower because I'm very much a person who likes being blind when it release. Oh yeah, it's also really cool seeing Sweet Victory in the Rain Select. That was the first tower you guys see in like the new Rain Select as well. So that's really cool. That like seeing that the asteroids are now gray, but with also Sweet Victory just being right there. That must just be like
Mhm.
something cool to look at. Like wow, my tower's in the Rain Select.
Yeah, I always
Roland
was
is not
obsessed
an
with
account
ring
of Z-Plate.
selects. And Gamma wanted to release a little like teaser for those who weren't in the Discord server, so they put a confirmed tower on the ring select.
That makes a lot of sense. I guess I should also ask this too. Whenever you submitted, actually, here's a general one. During Sweet Victory, what was that reception like, out of curiosity?
Um, well, I usually kind of try to avoid looking at it because I know it was kind of heated between the people who liked Cosmic Tides and Sweet Victory, and I found that whenever I try to like look up my tower's acronym to see what people were saying about it, it was kind of negative. So I just kind of like kept it to my. I was like, maybe if I just kept it like, oh, I built my tower for my own enjoyment, I would like the project more rather than looking at what other people had thought about it and just like basing my whole judgment of the tower off that.
I can totally understand that for sure. I guess I should ask, when Sweet Victory got announced, what was happening at the time for you, and what was your reaction to Sweet Victory getting in?
So whenever they obviously when they pulled it, I didn't have access to see the poll because my tower's there and they don't want to inflict bias. So I was like shocked. I was shaking really hard whenever I played the audio sample that was the lobby music for it because I didn't expect it to get in because obviously you can't expect anything. But I was shaking really hard and I was really happy that I finally got my second tower in game.
That's awesome. Oh, question from L. Did you have fun building TOSV?
I did. I definitely had fun trying to come up with designs and mechanics with the fading platforms, even though it came at the end, but I did have pretty fun making it.
I do also remember you actually reworked the second half, like for the second submission, if I remember
Yeah,
correctly.
the criticism I got was that the tower like wasn't anything new and it was just kind of like shrugged off. So I try to like use the new fading platform. I mean, they're not really new, but they were added in the V 5.4 kit, I think. And I was like, might as well use these before anyone like makes a tower based off of them. So I was trying to like, I was sitting there for like a few hours, like welding them to different things and like trying to like combine them with stuff. And I figured out that push boxes were kind of the coolest thing to use them with. And
Oh
so I
yeah.
just kind of implemented them throughout the second half of the tower. But I was kind of worried that it would leave the first half of the tower also boring. But I just kind of kept it the same because I didn't want to change the whole tower. So,
I understand, but it seems your hard work really paid off here, Ty. It really seemed like it.
yep.
And I guess just more of this is now like, with having a second tower in the game, definitely after Hayawana Kaze, how does that feel?
Um, Zone 5 was like forever ago, and I've been like pumping out towers kind of recently. So to see some of that effort not go to waste is really nice.
Oh, Question from Sub Hour Legend for asking a lot of questions. Questions are always awesome, dude. It's like it never hurts to ask a lot of questions. But the question to you is, do you have any building advice? Because he says you're an amazing builder, and also how do you build so fast?
Okay, I'll take that one by one. Any advice for building would definitely be to have a good inspiration if you want to really make like you're like just have good I don't know. There's nothing I was really gonna go off there, but like have a good inspiration is what I would say. And have motivation and something that you would like to express yourself with in the tower. And then how do I build so fast? I don't know. Like I don't sit there and play test a jump over and over again. What I do is well, I mean, it's kind of a bad habit, but I kind of just build the whole floor without playtesting, and then I playtest it after, and then I just keep playing through the floor and I keep changing things. And if I'm really rushing, I might make 2 floors at a time and then play through it and stuff like that. It's just kind of like you get a base down, so you're not overthinking everything, and then you can overthink everything.
Not totally understandable.
Hi, Tyzik. I have a very important question for you.
Yes, maybe an answer.
How do I use the rotate tool in Roblox Studio?
Don't use rotate tool, use transform tool. I'm kidding.
Ah, all right. Thank you.
True. Question for me. What's your IP address? 12345678910 Internet Street, my friend. 12345678910 Internet Street. You're welcome. Anyway, and and this is more of a general question as well, and I'm probably gonna have a quick thing and transition from Sweet Victory in a second. Um, what's your view on Hayawana Kaze after White Space and Sweet Victory?
Well, I think the like inspiration from it was kind of awesome because it came from me, like it just kind of came from my own thought and like my experiences because around the time I had started making Hey Wanna I actually like went to Japan for a little bit for a week as an exchange student in school. And so I really got to like take in the experience of like kind of like the feels around there. And I also just had always been obsessed with like the sky and clouds and stuff. So I combined those two things and that was the inspiration. And I feel like I definitely could have like nowadays, like looking at it based off of like after making stuff like towers, I definitely don't think I could improve the inspiration for it and motivation behind it, but I definitely think I could pull it off better now.
That's awesome. Also, man, sounds like one heck of a venture that is. Not that is, that was. Grammar is
Yeah.
fun. But yeah, I guess before we move on to a bit of a breather before we talk about white space, and I actually have a lot of questions with white space. Is there any final thoughts you have when it comes to Sweet Victory and just kind of your feelings about it in the current moment right now?
Um, I would definitely encourage people to kind of not hate it because it's similar to Tao's, and I would like for people to focus on what the tower like is about and rather than comparing it to another tower and saying the zone sucks because oh, this guy has 40 million towers in the same area that are all similar and compare it to Tao's and say, oh, this one is just like Tao's, but it's worse. So I don't like this Tao. I kind of want you to think of it as its own separate thing, if that
Hmm.
makes any sense.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's like just because something's made by the same creator doesn't mean it's exactly the same.
Yeah.
everything's an art form and everything has a different soul. That's my mindset when it comes to it.
I like that. I like that.
Okay, here's the true final question. Does it have the SpongeBob song?
The SpongeBob song?
Do you not know about Sweet
Sweet Victory! Okay, no, I know what you're talking about. It does not. I didn't even think about that when I made it.
Dude, dude,
I
you gotta
see
do that as the
everyone
secret
say that.
ending. You gotta do that as the secret
I
ending,
could
dude.
with the ore I made for it.
Yeah, you gotta do that with the secret ending, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
No, you gotta do it now. That's the secret ending song. Sweet Victory from SpongeBob.
Oh my gosh, that's such a good idea.
Oh
And this
my
is
god, dude, I
Archive 2.
hate Roblox Studio so much.
I'll say this now, it's Archive 2, so if you ever forget, like, what was that one idea was talking about, you will now have it. There you go, Sweet
Yup.
Victory.
I've grabbed the frame of this 5 times in a row.
Looks like someone's struggling
Make it
somewhere.
6 times in a row. Jesus Christ. There we go. Okay.
I don't lock my frames ever when building because I change them so often.
The building experience. Literally the first thing that comes to my mind when I saw Sweet Victory was, same dude. I think everyone thinks of the SpongeBob song.
Really, I named it based off of like sweet because like the first two floors is waffle cones and it's supposed to be like sweet stuff, and victory is like sweet victory because it's an easy tower, so it's like, oh, that was nice and easy to beat.
I like that. That's actually really clever. Wow, that's gosh, this is beautiful. uh, Sweet Victory makes people crave for ice cream. True. Sweet Victory made me hungry. Understandable. But yeah, I guess I'll say my thoughts on Sweet Victory real quickly before I'm just asking a few other things. It's beautiful looking, dude. How did you sell your soul to the Roblox the
um
Roblox beans for that one?
I don't know, it definitely took the reference images and inspiration just to kind of put it together, and I guess just a little magic.
Understandable. Oh, here's a good one. Question for Ty. Do you like waffle cones?
I do like waffle cones.
Here's another question. Is there any, I guess one more question related to Sweet Victory, but not really. Any type of sweets you like?
um I I like macarons. I can never say it right. Me and Zolpis had this like I had this realization when macaroons with two O's is different than ones with one O. One is like a coconut candy, and the other one is like completely different. But I like macaroons. I think that's what they're.
Ooh, never had macaroons before, but I hear that they are really good. Are there any macaroons in the tower? Ooh,
No, there's not because the area I was basing it off of didn't have any macaroons.
totally understandable, but those look really good. Like,
They
wow.
are so good. I also like ice cream mochi.
Oh, I heard mochi's really good. But yeah, wait, what's ice cream mochi?
It's mochi, but ice cream in it. I know, crazy. I can try and get an image of it.
Ooh,
This is the first one that popped up on Google.
that looks incredible.
Fluffy Mice, that's a hard question. I think I gotta go with the OG Sea Fairy though. That's gotta be my favorite cookie.
Ooh, understandable. Wait, isn't Sweet Victory like the inspiration for Cookie Run based off of pure vanilla?
Yeah, it was based off of. It's called the Pure Vanilla Kingdom, I think. I don't remember.
Understandable. I love pure vanilla's design. It's so cool.
Me too.
Well, since this is more of a transition from Sweet Victory to White Space, I recommend for those who are listening to make a sandwich. But also, Ty, is there anyone you would like to bring on stage with you for this next half of the podcast?
Um, I think I'll spare 3. I'll spare him. I don't think I'll bring anyone up unless
Eh,
someone wants to come up, but
Tower of Quake gets into Zone 7. 3 will have to
oh,
come.
that is a whole. Oh no.
I'll talk up. But yeah, anyone you want to bring up? Go for it.
Mm, you can bring Orb up for a few minutes.
Oh, sure. Zone 7 becomes the tie zone. Oh, wow, I just realized there's almost 50 people here.
That is so many people. Oh my gosh.
Oh, so Orb, it, okay. Trying to, Orb raise. Okay, there's Commander Wool raising their hand. My brain's just trying to find. Oh, Saturn.
Add him to the stage.
Amba.
Only fools add him to the stage.
Amba is Orb.
Amba, thank you,
He's gonna
thank you.
spread
Sorry, yeah.
Russian propaganda on this stage.
There
We
you go.
can't allow that in Jtoh.
There you go. Hello, Orb.
The funny thing is he doesn't usually talk.
Unders-
Please, Orb, please.
I can Oh. Oh yeah, also
Oh,
oh gosh. Oh yeah, also dude, did you see Raz's like Sweet Victory Tower human? It was
oh
really
my
cool.
gosh, those were beautiful. I was like, literally, I love them so much. I was so like, someone drawing something based off of what something you made. Like, that's
Zequity.
so cool.
I know, right? It's awesome.
And the drawings were like super good. So like, shout out to Raz. It's awesome.
Indeed.
Zequity. I
Yes,
have a
indeed.
really important question for you, please.
Oh sure, what's your important question?
All right, how do I change the color? How do I change the color of a part in Roblox Studio?
Okay, so do
Delete
you
it.
see the right side of your screen? That says
Yeah,
properties?
yeah. No, I don't. I see Explorer.
Ty, I think you might have to explain this one.
Okay, so at the top, there's a tab called View. You click that.
Yeah,
And on the
yeah,
very
I
left,
did.
you'll see Explorer and Properties. Click on Properties, and it'll pop
Or
up.
does it say? All right, you know what? I'm just gonna leave this gray. Thanks for your help.
Oh, all right. Yeah, you're welcome.
Mission accomplished. So, Orb, what is it like to be on stage? Out of curiosity, do you feel right now, Orb?
Those are my thoughts exactly.
My brain is melted. Understandable, Orb. Understandable. If you do need to, if you, like my blood hurt. How does your blood hurt? How's that physically possible? Are you okay, Orb? Blood can boil. But yeah. Oh gosh, I realized if the little drippy got in as well. Oh no. Ty, I think your friends might die. I think they might die due to the future
I
possibility.
know.
So me and Silpas can talk. Don't worry. I was explaining this to Armor earlier. You don't have to have a mic in order to talk in the podcasts on stage. You're perfectly good as you are right now.
I think in your guys' free time, you should ping Orb with the number 76.
That is very
He
true.
will have a great reaction.
Saturn. The Los Angeles Dodgers beat the Chicago Cubs today.
Understandable. I'll do stuff to the cause as well.
Why is 76 everywhere in audience?
May or may not be my fault.
You said.
You. Yeah, there's a slow mode in this channel, so he can't spam 76.
So I gotta ask, would you like Orb to be on stage for the rest of the entire podcast?
He can stay, yeah. I mean, it's not like he's gonna say anything.
Oh,
Oh, he's gone. No.
Orb just dipped, dude. Orb just went nope. No, man. Did you know
Rest in
that
peace. His blood boiled.
his blood boiled? Did you know it is true facts that you are one of the young? Huh. That's interesting. Love Jtoh. Disappeared. That's alright, buddy. Top 10 saddest anime deaths of all time. This is a very true statement. So anyway, any more people you want to bring on stage before we move on
Isaac,
to
Isaac, can you please put like a warning on the the portal to your tower that says no idiots?
Sure. Yep.
Why? Wait, what? I'm so confused.
I
What?
have no clue, but
Because my suggestion of no idiots in towers got accepted.
eh.
Congratulations, Atoll.
Also, I don't think I'll bring anyone else up stage because I don't know if anyone else wants to come up here.
Okay, dokie. Guess I can't play the tower. Oh yeah. Do you want to send a link to Sweet Victory for those who are curious about playing Sweet Victory?
Sure.
Alrighty. I should have prepared the links. That's something I need to do next time. But yeah,
My Roblox is so slow right now.
understandable. But for those who want to play Sweet Victory, there it is. But I guess final thing before we move on to White Space, is there anything else you want to happen, Ty, for tonight?
Can't think of anything, so I guess we could move on. Yeah.
All right. So White Space will probably take an hour to ask all the questions for.
Oh God.
Yeah, this is why I said. So for those I hope you've all made your sandwich by now. For those who have made your sandwich during the podcast, what type of bread did you use? I have a burger instead. You know, a wheat. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I'm eating oatmeal though. I use bread. Oh, nice. Well, I'm glad a lot of you made sandwiches of some sort. Bro, it's 4 a.m. Okay, so Ty, I guess
Yes.
this one's gonna be a lot different. This one compared to Sweet Victory.
I'm scared.
From Hayawana Kaze to White Space, what was the history behind it in your journey? Because it was a very big gap from like Hayawana Kaze to White Space. And I know there's like a lot of history in the middle because I know White
Um.
Space ended up more focused on gameplay. So I'm just curious, how did it get from, well, Hayawana Kaze to White
Oh,
Space?
about that, I tried focusing on creativity in white space, which is funny.
Understandable, dude. Understandable. But what is your journey from point A to point B?
Um, I I don't know. My life's kind of boring. I kind of just took like I whenever I make a new tower, I try to bring some of the previous like mm, motivation and or like inspiration kind of to like build the next tower, and then after that I take what I learned from that tower and then I go to the next. So like if I learn or if I like something I make in one tower, I'll probably keep it, which is why you'll kind of see a lot of similarities like continuing on in same towers. And if I end up not liking something, I'll switch it up, or I'll just switch it up for fun because I don't want my towers to be the same. And so, can you like explain a little more what you mean by like journey?
Well, oh gosh, I know there was a tower in the middle of it, that being TOTFA, and just like I know there's like a lot of journey
Um,
of like from your building experience. Like, what did you feel like you learned from Hayawana Kaze that you really want? Like the building journey itself from that tower to White Space that you feel you learned and like things you took through it all.
well, definitely, I'm I'm
If you
not
don't,
sure.
I want to
You
say this.
brought up
If you
you
don't
brought
have
up
any answers,
TOTFA, which is like a whole different story. I don't really think we should talk about for talking about TOWs, but yeah, I don't. That's I guess just if you want like a basic overview of like my journey throughout tower building, it's different points of inspiration based off of what I like at the time and or what I like am like what kind of like content I'm consuming. And definitely just like gameplay improvements, creativity improvements, and stuff like that. So like recently in my towers, I have been using a gimmick like in every tower. Like I don't just you will like I don't think you'll ever see me make a tower where it's just like trying to be creative where there's not a gimmick. So like welding spinners to push boxes to make a giant like puzzle or like putting a whole like soccer game in my tower. I don't know. Just random creativity moments that are not like based around something. So in white space, it's the fields where you lose jump, the black spaces, or I forgot what I called them. In Petrichor Resentment, it's the speed boost pads that I base stuff around. And in ToSV, it's the highlighted parts that can they're called advanced moving platforms. I kind of stole them from the box sun kit, but they're just morphers that are easier to use basically.
Understandable. But someone Saturn asked, enjoyability over everything else? Yes or no?
That's a hard one from I definitely think enjoyability is up there. I think it might be number one, but I also design. I mean, obviously not over enjoyability or gameplay because if a tower is just beautiful but plays like horrible mess, I'm not gonna like it. I just kind of like to a unique okay, uniqueness is a good word. I value enjoyability and uniqueness. That's what I value in towers.
Understandable.
Personally, if I was making a tower, I would let you win immediately so you can complete the game quicker.
That was a boat. That's a new
Mm-hmm.
one.
So he's
That
getting a haircut.
that's what I was doing.
Oh, he's getting a haircut. That makes sense. I guess I should ask this too, before we talk about the actual tower itself. So, Ty, what's your little history of geometry? I can't English today, dang it.
History of Geometry Dash. I picked it up when it was in the 1.9 or 8 release on mobile when I was going to one of my so my sister used to take like dance classes and whenever she had to go I went and I ended up making friends there and I saw him playing a game on his iPad and I was like that looks cool. What's it called? And so that's where I picked up Geometry Dash on my phone. And then when I got a computer, I ended up downloading it on Steam and I kept playing it there. I thought it was like a really fun game and had a lot of it was definitely a factor of oh hey, levels can be so different and you could do so much with the editor and you can make so much of like self-expression. I am definitely big on that. And so I just kind of fell in love with the game and playing it. I thought it was super fun and it's just kind of stuck with me the whole time.
That's awesome. So, what's your viewpoint on, well, funny enough, white space?
I definitely like it. It's not my favorite tower I've made, but
Oh, let's talk about the
because I
GD level.
oh, the GD level. Okay. Um
We'll get to
yes.
that point. We'll get to that point.
White space it's so original, I know, but it is definitely like top three favorite levels in the game
I got
because it's so beautiful. It has so much like meaning and effort put into it, and it's just literally a masterpiece. If you look at any YouTube video uh description about it, it's all there.
That's awesome. I was also just about to ask the question you just answered. But that's awesome, though. Gosh, I saw White Space. It's stunning. It is a stunning
It
level.
is absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I used to just like when I was building White Space. I know we're not talking about White Space yet, but when I was building it, I used to just like go watch the level again over and over and just like listen to the song because the song is amazing in it too. I love the song in it, and I just I never get tired of watching, or I can't really play White Space because it's laggy. It's so laggy, but it's just I never get tired of it. I could watch it over and over again.
Did you by any chance play any of it during the development of Tower of White Space?
Could you say that again? I didn't hear. Sorry.
Oh, you're all good. Did you play White Space during the tower's development out of curiosity?
Yeah, I can only run it on my phone, so I was playing it on my phone every once in a while and just obviously watching it for some of the inspiration and like I since I was building a tower based off of it, I didn't want to get it wrong. So just watching it and kind of learning the level by memory and heart, it makes it easier to build a tower off of it.
Understandable. Someone asked in the chat, and I actually, oh gosh, I remember when I first saw Tower of White Space in the list, and that's the next question. But before that, oh gosh, when I first saw the name, I was like, is that an Amori reference?
I've seen a lot of people say that, and it's not. I've never played or seen anything of Amori, so I'm
Um,
sorry. I'm
highly,
sorry.
I want to say this now though, Ty. Highly recommend the game. It's awesome, dude.
All
But
right.
yeah. Anyway, now here's the true question. So, what is Tower of White Space, and how did it begin?
Okay, well, obviously it began because I loved the GD level so much. I was like, hey, I want to make something based off that. And so it's kind of just that simple. I had a lot of I loved the level so much. I had a lot of motivation to base something off of it. And me and my friends made this funny little joke citadel based off a bunch of different GD levels, and kind of building a floor based off of white space motivated me more for that because I just think its theme is so cool and it's so doable in Roblox. So I was like, why not? Obviously couldn't like fully express the level in a tower because of the part count and part limit and stuff like that and lag, but I tried my best.
Understandable. Oh gosh. I guess when it comes down to it, let's first talk about the frame. So, why is the frame the way it is? And by the way, stunning frame, dude. Like,
Thank you.
wow.
The frame. Okay, so the first half is, well, all the gameplay is like a turquoisey, cyan blue, and well, the first few floors is white and cyan, and that's because the level in the first half is all white and cyan, and so I just thought it was kind of the obvious pick to choose that color scheme for the first like 5, 6 floors, I think. And the last 2 floors are, if you go to the end of the level, it becomes like kind of like a darker, more serious like tone. So I thought choosing black and white for the frame was a good idea because it keeps the white from the previous part, but also incorporates kind of like the ending, like dark feeling. I didn't try to go for a completely different feeling, which I kind of regret now and more expressing of the second half of the level, but that's why the second half is black and white. And the stuff floating around the frame, I kind of split the frame because I feel like it'd just be weird to transition from all white floor to a black floor. And I'm kind of all about frame design, so
Oh
I
yeah, dude.
thought I was just like, oh, let's
Hello?
split the frame.
Yo,
Hi.
yo, do you guys play Jupiter's Tower of Hell?
No,
Wait, for real?
I did not let the person on stage. Oh no.
Wait, do you though?
no, I don't. What's that?
I
Sorry.
don't play.
No.
I don't play Jupiter's
I am
Towers. Oh,
sorry. I've
sorry,
never
sorry.
heard of this before, sir.
Wait, why is the game called Jukes Tower of Hell? I thought it was Jupiter's Tower of Hell.
No, no, dude. I have no clue.
Oh.
It's
Yo,
clearly called
yo,
Jupiter's Towers Fell. I
yo,
don't know what
have you
you
guys been
mean.
in the Tower of Hell yet?
Maybe. I'm sorry, sir, but you're gonna have to get sent back to the shower room.
No!
Anyway,
I have a
now
feeling that
back
was
to.
actual just doing. I don't know, slight feeling, guys.
So,
I don't know who Party Lover is.
uh, anyway, now what were you saying?
I all right about the frame. yeah, I split it because I thought it was a cooler transition, and I kind of wanted to have like an open feeling in the middle. And so there's like stars and like flowers because like I think flowers and stars are pretty. So I just kind of put them spinning around the front frame, make it like feel more active. And then there's like those little like swooshy neon things just to kind of like add like a connect so it doesn't the frame parts don't feel truly disconnected. There's like this like magical like thing connecting them, but the two halves aren't connected themselves. That makes like any sense at all.
No, I totally get that. Well, I gotta ask, what was development like during the building Whitespace?
So when I started building Whitespace, it was coming off of me building Medium Demon, and I kind of brain flopped on how to make gameplay. I forgot how to make gameplay for a hot like week. And I sat there in like not normal fashion for me, like placing a jump and then removing it. And like I didn't get past the first 5 jumps for a few days. And then I just kind of decide I never build to a difficulty, as weird as that sounds, which might make my towers inconsistent. It probably does, but I never build to a specific difficulty until I realize what difficulty I want to make and like what it end up just like feels like. So it White Space was supposed to be difficult, and then I overshot it with the punishment on accident because I didn't want to add safety nets because I was lazy. But I built like a floor or two a day, and people who saw me posting development images of that during Tower Dev at the time know that, and they were just like, "How are you building so fast?" And I was like, "I don't know." And that's yeah, that's that. Um, Definitely watching the level over and over again and listening to music. By the way, music is definitely one of my biggest motivators when it comes to tower building. Definitely one of them, which is why I choose the songs in that tower like how they are. Um, anyway, back on topic, like the the process of it was just yeah, it was sort of fast. I feel like I probably could have done a little better in pulling it off. I'm still proud of it, but definitely think I could have done it better. The gameplay in it is like how it is because of Medium Demon, which was kind of it was inspired off of Conflicting Frontiers, surprisingly. Um, and then I just kind of morphed it too much to where it doesn't feel like Conflicting Frontiers at all. And that's how that came to be. The client object, the dark spaces in it, I was like, I need a gimmick. So I looked at the client, I looked at the kit. I was staring for a good minute, just like one of my friends do. They stare at the kit all day. And I was like, "Oh, hey, jump boost pads are kind of popular right now. I should use those." And so I had this I was going to use that, but I was like, if I just normally use them, it's going to be like boring, obviously. So I thought back to this cool like idea I had when I was trying to make a tiered obby, which was these like inverted mesh kind of things where you can see them from the outside, but if you go inside of it, you can't see. I was like, oh, hey, I could use that here. And so I just kind of made it like if you ever went into that field, it lowered your jump. And that's how that gimmick came to be. And I was like, oh, hey, I can put this on a bunch of different things like push boxes and spinners. And that's how that happened.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. Gosh, that is just crazy development like that. Just like I just love just the whole development process of a tower can just be such a crazy thing. And my on the surface it really doesn't, but it really takes like when you really have to just like build a tower or something like that, you just kind of realize just how much it takes to make something like that. And it's really crazy, honestly.
Yeah, that's why a lot of my like that's why I hate, absolutely hate when people compare towers because you don't know what kind of effort that person is putting into the tower, like under the surface, like how like much it takes to like get them to like find something they love so much they want to like put effort into making something like it, which is that's just why I hate comparisons so much.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's like, oh gosh, when I was doing Cosmic Tides, I remember it took me 3 days for floor six just because I just couldn't figure out jumps.
It's hard. Starting off building is hard.
It
It's very
is.
hard. And it's hard current the current community because people are really demotivating in tower dev and stuff like that. It's like you kind of have to keep your buildings to yourself if you want to even not get demotivated after posting one picture, because people will be like, "Oh, this looks like blah blah blah," or "Oh, that looks bad." Like a while ago, I saw someone post like some obviously like this is their first tower, so it's gonna be some mediocre gameplay, but I kind of really liked the design they were going for and like the theming of it. It was like techy, but it wasn't in like a basic kind of tech way. Like it was sort of something like circuits and lasers in a way where it was like I don't know how to explain it. It just wasn't like it was a cool theme I had not seen anyone go for before. And I was like, oh hey, I'm gonna be supportive to this guy because I want them to motivate it to finish it. Because if they finish it, um, maybe it'll be something really cool and unique, and maybe it'll motivate them to build more and bring like more to this game.
That is just awesome. I respect that a lot. It's like motivation is such an awesome thing. I guess I should ask you this: throughout even Sweet Victory and White Space, did you have any friends or any people who motivated you a lot that helped you just make these towers and got even more inspired?
Yes, for sure. A pretty I do have a friend group that is definitely motivating and definitely supports and helps play tests and figures out my towers. Like me and three sat in TOHK for about an hour patching skips
Wow.
and like refining the time. Like I literally got 100 Robux off of premium payouts from just him sitting in my game finding skips.
That is
Yeah,
awesome.
literally, you could ask him about it. He would be it was so awesome though. He definitely people like Three or Nate or Teme, people like them, a bunch of other people too, but those are just some big names that people know.
I
People
made
like them are motivating and yeah, I really appreciate them.
Ty 3 said, I made Ty miserable. It was great.
Oh, Three, don't even start. Don't even start.
Also, I need to say this. Party lover about that person. I'll bring them on after the whole interview and everything. I gotta figure that the end part out, so it will be happen at the end. Just wanna do yeah. But I gotta ask now though, so from submissions up to its announcement, what was your thought process of White Space?
I was submitting it. I was kind of really just I took the review with a grain of salt because it was Orbaz and I kind of know how his reviews go and stuff like that. But I was kind of scared for it because in the review he says, I don't think this is a good tower, but I don't think it'll get in game. So I was always like just kind of feeling about it. But what kind of made me not take it to heart was that a lot of other people liked the tower, and so I kind of kept it how it was. I didn't want to change it too much based off of his review.
Oh
And
yeah.
oh, go ahead.
Oh no
I
no,
didn't
I was
have.
just saying oh yeah, I was just saying oh yeah, I was agreeing
Oh,
with you.
and I just kind of waited, and then I made some other things in the meantime. Uh, yeah, and then when polls rolled around, I was it was the tower it's the tower I was most like confident in getting in. Other like I was like, if I have a tower that has the best chance of getting in, it's this one. And so I just kind of hoped, and I guess my hopes were to no fail.
That is just awesome. And well, I guess so. What was your action during the puzzle? Oh gosh, I forgot to mention the puzzles. Oh gosh, I did not follow the puzzles for either of them. I feel awful. I know Sai
Um,
made one of them.
so I made the Taos puzzle, which was solved a few hours ago. I was in a VC with my friends trying to solve it, and it was kind of funny because Sai's puzzle was funny. Um, and at the end, you unlock a code door, and it's this like atmospheric hallway, something you would definitely get like it's the Sai atmosphere of Vent Trauma. It's like you're walking down this hallway with fog around you and this atmospheric music, and then at the end of the hall is a podium with a mini model frame of Taos. And when I saw it appear from the fog, I was like, oh my god, it got in.
That's awesome. Also, just gonna show the archive this for those who don't know what the puzzle we're talking about. Here it is. It was the pelican.
Yeah, the pelican. Penelope? The pelican? I
Penelope
don't
the
remember.
pelican, the greatest maze of all time. And as well as that, for those wondering, Sweet Victory as well. It was this very interesting code.
I know it
I
was stuff about red herrings. I woke up at like 4 a.m. in the middle of the night because I don't know why. And I wasn't tired, so I guess I get up and I look in puzzles, and a puzzle happened to be posted at that right like same time I woke up. So I think something was telling me to wake up and look, and so I looked and the puzzle was there and people were trying to solve it. I was like, oh my god, this is so convenient. And so I was just sitting there laying in bed on my phone, like shaking, scared because oh my god, there's a new confirmation. Just waiting to see what it was solved because I couldn't solve it. I was too tired.
understandable.
And I immediately, like 5 minutes later after seeing it, I jump out of bed, get on my computer, and I was just watching because I could not do anything with the amount of stress I was handling at that time, like with confirmations and stuff. And
Yeah.
so they found an audio, as I mentioned before, and they had to reverse it. And when I heard the song that was the lobby music, I was just shocked. I don't know. I don't know a good way to put it. I was like shaking so hard. I was like typing. I was like, "Oh my god, that's the lobby music slowed." Or I was like, "Oh my god, that's the lobby music in Sweet Victory. Oh my god, is this fake? Am I being lied to right now?" It was definitely a shock.
It's
I was
probably going
so
to be
happy.
forever your most stressful poll because knowing that it could have lost by one vote, that must would have
Yeah,
been.
especially that it was by one vote. I was like, that is so like uncomfortably close
Oh
of a
gosh,
poll.
dude, I couldn't even. Oh gosh, I gotta say this. I guess from my viewpoint of it, I was just in my mindset. You know what? I want to be friends with everyone in hard comp. I don't want to make enemies.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I remember the day before as well as DMU. Hey, good luck. I hope it goes well. And either way, if it does or does not get in, I can't wait to play it. And I'm just glad to see both did get in, honestly.
I'm glad you're spreading good vibes and stuff like that. It definitely lowered my stress. I'm
Oh
very
yeah,
thankful for that.
no problem. And I want to say this, well deserved, dude. You have
Thank
been
you.
through a lot, especially from like from Hayawanakaze now getting your second and third tower in the game. That must how does that feel that after Hayawanakaze you finally got more towers in the game? Like how does that feel that just all that fun you had building everything, like all that hard work, like just I guess how does it all feel, dude?
I It feels very accomplishing. I am very satisfied with it. I am just overall really happy.
That is just awesome. And I guess I should ask, is there anything in the future you're planning on doing when it comes to building?
Well, right now I kind of okay, so like a while ago I pulled Epic stuff. I was like, "Oh, what should I do again?" And 2HK2 won, and then I started building it and then I dropped it because I didn't have motivation for it or like anything to base it off of. But now I'm building the Foreboding Abyss revamp right now, and
Ooh.
I'm putting a lot of effort into that. I'm currently on floor 2. Uh,
Nice.
definitely putting a lot of energy into that one. That's what's next. I'm also making a secret tower that is fighting people for calling all my towers the same. So that one's fun.
It's just a tower of a truss. Anyway.
True.
But yeah. Overall though, and I guess oh gosh, I wish I had more questions when it comes to it all, but I really only have one question left. And well, that question being if you can tell everyone in the audience on your of what on how you feel when it comes to building a tower, what would you do? Like how do you just like what would be the one advice would you give someone when it comes to making a tower? There we go.
Um, there. I know it's like so cheesy. It's my Roblox about me, but there are no limits. There's no limits when it comes to tower building. It's just people like creating this like kind of view of how a tower should normally be when a tower like it's like so weird to say this to like a non-serious Roblox game, but it can be an art form and a way to express yourself. I definitely encourage more people to not have that closed-minded view of a tower.
That is awesome. But yeah. Well, we're not
I
closing.
Ty. Oh, sorry, Zeke.
Nah, you go ahead and then I'll say
I
mine.
don't want to drop a hurricane on your parade, Tyzik, but there is a limit, and it's called 4,000 parts.
That is so true.
That is
Okay,
true.
well, who said you couldn't just build a tower and not submit it? Because getting a sub tower in game is a whole different story
Oh
than
yeah,
just building to express yourself.
indeed. At the end,
Again.
I do agree though. Tower making is an art form. It's a
Oh,
way to.
I didn't even see that message. I was looking at Roblox Studio.
So true, Rowan. Towers? Who needs towers when you've got citadels? But yeah, honestly though, it is an art form, and really the imagination is all limit. I like I said, you can make anything. Anything is an art form. Anything is an art form, and that's the beautiful thing. Art is a beautiful subject, and it's overall awesome. I guess
Yeah.
before we end the archive and everything, Ty, is there anyone else you want to bring up or anything else you want to say?
You bring me
Um,
up on stage, Tyzik.
yes, I'll bring you up on stage.
Thank you
I
so much, Tyzik.
also want to bring up Misty on stage because
Wait, where'd the fruit people go? There was someone
I'll
in this.
ping them.
Oh my,
Oh, there they are.
there was
Misty on stage.
where
there
are
was
they?
someone in this
I pinged
on the
them.
in the audience
Oh,
called Monster Orange and Monster Mango, and I want to figure out who they are.
Misty. Okay, thank you. I'm trying to find the profile picture. There's almost 60 people here. I actually hit 60. Oh, there you go. Do
Missy, I want you to say
Zikuri
Missy,
do.
I want you to say one word and you know what I want you to say. I'm not gonna say it.
I'm not. You've been
Okay,
given the
either you
invite.
say it or I block you and you're stuck to grinding TOGF all alone.
Oh, dude, you should do it, dude. That sounds like a horrible fate, dude. I am not. I keep saying dude a lot. I am going crazy. The camping trip messed with me.
The quote unquote cramping trip when your car crashed out.
Oh gosh, no, not even kidding. Yesterday we were just me and my friends, we were just all vibing on like next to a like the side of a house, and we were just listening to music. We got it was an experience, man. It was an odd experience.
Oh my gosh. Well, at least you made some memories,
Yeah,
so that's
true.
what makes it worth it.
I have stories to tell, but that's for a different day. But yeah, I have a feeling Misty might not come off the stage.
Misty, please do it for me. Ew. Wow. Okay, you know what? That's this response I expected. You know, they don't have to come up on stage. It's okay.
Well, I guess I should ask, is there any last thing you want to do before I shall end the archive?
Um, no, I think that's it.
Alrighty, for those who are watching this on the archive, I want to say thank you so much for watching this, and I wish anyone who's watching this a wonderful day. And anything you want to say to the people who might be watching this on the archive, Ty?
Um, bye.
Hello, archive.
Hello.
Hello, archive.
Hello, archive. Alright, time to end the recording there. So now